What is going on, everybody? Erock here, bringing you guys a brand new video. Hope you guys are all having a great day today. Today's video, we're going to talk about Wattson, the precious legend that just absolutely needs a buff in this game. If you guys do enjoy the content on this channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, we're going to talk about a potential Apex Legends buff that players around the community have come up with that could potentially fix Wattson and make her better in Season 11. Despite Respawn's long-term insistence of Wattson's viability in Apex Legends, players remain less than convinced. Mains of the static defender in particular have been critical of Respawn for failing to buff her meaningfully, arguing she is falling behind a number of the game's characters. That has not changed into Season 10, with plenty of the game's community viewing Wattson as one of the most ineffective legends. Naturally, then players have been floating their ideas around of how Respawn can buff her. The discussion was prompted by someone on Reddit by the name of Medium Natural 638, so all credit is due to them. This is not my information. We're just kind of discussing it and seeing what you guys think. The suggestions varied, but one of the particular responses was introduced to the visibility of her fences, making them easier for unsuspecting enemies to walk into. Chaos Theory said, maybe decrease the ability to see her fences as much. I can count on one hand how many times I've run into her fence. Another common idea was to allow Wattson to place her fences from a much further distance, meaning she'd be more comparable to Caustic. User Lemmy Browsebro said, one thing I don't see suggested very often is the range. I'd love to see Wattson be able to place fences from a farther distance, which would allow and help a lot of making her more viable comparing to Caustic. And obviously the cooldown is one of the biggest problems, so a much needed cooldown is needed. The latter suggested, of a reduced cooldown, essentially meaning she'd be able to place them far more frequently, and it's also a very popular idea. But the image here does show the technical ability of being a perimeter security. Connect nodes to create electric fences, which we do know. The ultimate accelerants of fully charge your ultimate ability is the passive ability of Spark of Genius, and the ultimate place an electrifying pylon that destroys incoming ordnance and repairs damaged shields. So it's basically everything that she currently does do. And another common idea, rather unsurprisingly, was to simply give her more fences. It's not clear how Respawn will look to buff Wattson, if they look to buff Wattson at all. They've stressed time and time again how much data is taken into account when considering buffs and nerfs, so fan opinion alone may not be enough to force changes through. Her pick rate is undeniably poor, sitting at 1.5% according to Apex Legends status, which is basically the worst in the game alongside Crypto. Perhaps we'll both see them strengthened in Season 11 when that does drop in November. So I want to know what your guys' thoughts and opinions are, what they could do to maybe buff Wattson. I think Wattson's shield healing itself could maybe be increased a little bit more and be quicker. Obviously the ult needs to be quicker. Obviously it needs to be maybe the range on it works a little bit better too, but I would definitely be interested to see what you guys think. If any of you play Wattson, what you're feeling and how we could potentially make Wattson better. I know I have one of my friends that is definitely a huge Wattson player, wants their heirloom, wants her buffed very much so, and I think it's definitely needed. We need a change to the meta, so why not give that to Wattson? So let me know what you guys think. I'm always curious to see how you're feeling. But that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for coming around, leaving likes, commenting, and subscribing, coming on over to the streams. And we're on our way to 10K, which is pretty lit. So thank you guys for everything, and we'll see whoever is here in the next one.